Wait, you paid for those seats?
Yeah. No.
I'm not judging. I'm just figuring out if AB is collecting for charity or for themselves. Either way, well done.
Yeah, it was me.
Well, don't break your microphone.
I mean, everybody likes to sit on some wood at the convention.
Pandas, cedar only.
Better than sitting on grass outside, right? Yeah.
Oh my God.
No pine shrine though.
No pine shrine.
Speaking, no. All right, so let's go over the first three things. Number one, everyone dropping off pine cones at my table. I did not start this cult. I have started other cults. Pine shrine is not mine. Stop leaving little bits of tree on my table. One of them sprouted. Pepper was confused and smoked it. Number two, as much as I love, and I truly love what happened, I love that we were stuck outside and the furries got together en masse and said, cult. But maybe, when security is talking to me and pointing at the throng of people standing in a circle collecting garbage in a pile, and I tell them, no, they're fine, they're just having fun, maybe don't start chanting sacrifice while I am conversing with the Dorsai who just nod at me and walk away. You're all on a list. It's a fun list, though.
Oh, boy. Y'all are amazing. Morning Brown. Gotta have something Morning Brown.
We are the three-headed monster. Let's give it up for the two other performers. Give it up for Lord Panda! The one, the only, the talented, wearing a very, very silk robe. Give it up for Zanny the Blue!
Oh, and who are you?
I'm Alkaline.
Yeah!
So here's a fun one for all y'all. Thank you for being the engineers that you are. A while ago, I got a little sick. A while ago, I actually lost some weight, which, by the way, when you're as vain and self-conscious as I am, getting really sick and realizing that's a great way to lose weight, I'm just like, oh, let's go have fish tacos some more. That food poisoning was great for me. And when it happened, I didn't, as you can tell, I didn't lose the weight in the traditional location. I lost it from my head. So I lost a slight amount of weight from my head, and my hat started falling down and resting against my ears. This is like my third or fourth hat. And this weekend, one of you gave me a Burger King crown. So I put it into the hat, and now it fits as good as my first hat. Thank you, furries and carcinogens. You've done your job.
You are for now forever the secret Burger King. It's great.
Did you say secret Burger King or Murder King?
Oh, well, that too.
Oh, I love you too.
Murder King. Murder King. Murder King. Murder King.
Hi, Dorsai.
I started another cult.
At Boozy Badger. Damn it.
No, Boozy understands. See, I do taxes outside of the furry con. The one thing I learned about cults, amazing tax deduction. Also, once you're on your 8th, the government stops asking questions. Oh my God.
Hi, we're doing all
I've like not
okay.
seen you guys all con.
I keep popping back home because I just live a few minutes from here to look after the dog because we couldn't get a dog sitter for the weekend.
Wait a minute.
Bring the dog.
Maybe tomorrow.
Chanting con. Chanting con. Your closing ceremonies is going to be a shit show, and you're welcome.
I'm not staff. I don't know what you're talking about.
So, okay, I knew you had a dog, but I just realized something because the dog was not the only animal in your house leading up to this weekend. Is that correct?
So we offered our living room to the charity to house the animals at night because they can't just be out in the lobby all night there. So while we're here at con, they go back to our place and they just have a pen where all the animals are set up there. Well, Thursday night, I got home. Other people are here setting up for con. I'm not helping with setup this year. I told them I'm retired. And I'm on listening to YouTube downstairs and all of a sudden I hear, come. What the heck is that? Take off my earphones. The baby goats are up in my living room. So I go upstairs and I'm like, oh, the goats are here. Maybe it is time to head to con.
The goats are
here.
How did your dog react to goats being in your house?
She wants to play with the goats.
Aww.
We're not sure if in a fun way or in a I'm going to beat you up way.
There's only one way to find out.
Put them in the pan and let's get it on.
Let's get ready to rumble!
There you go.
No goat rumbles. Have you seen those things? They will kick your ass, literally and figuratively.
They headbutt.
They do headbutt. They were all, I don't know if you guys saw it yesterday when we were all outside. The charity was walking around with a goat and she was holding the goat. I went to pet the goat. The goat headbutted me. She looked at the goat, looked at me, went, you know you deserve it, and walked away. I'm like, this charity knows us so well. I make a lot of jokes. You know, I'm very, very tired today. I've hit that age where staying up till 4 in the morning at a fur con is quite a feat. And then I remember, you're still 2 years older than me, and you look fine this morning, so fuck you.
Fuck you, I felt terrible this morning.
Yeah, but that was this morning. Last night, you were just dancing around the room at 5 in the morning like, hey, what does this light switch do? Oh, turns on the lights at 5 a.m.? Thank you.
I wasn't me.
That wasn't you.
No, that was a different kobold. Totally different. Totally looked like me. Scared away.
You're older now. How do you do that?
Well, it's funny because like I was at FE and there was a few things that happened you might have heard, and yeah, woo, and then oh no in the lobby. But anyway, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, there was a bit of a worry in the lobby. And,
oh no, in the lobby with
in
the
lobby.
robe.
Oh no. And so a friend of mine texts me. I realized how freaking old I am because my friend texts me, oh my God, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, why? No. And they, oh no, don't worry. My emotions are just high. I just dropped acid for the first time. Back in my day, that was something you were supposed to do with friends in a closed place for, you know, all these. There was a referee to make sure you didn't fall out of bounds. You know, if you outlaws like you don't go outside or the trees are going to eat you or I don't know. There's like all these things. People are just it's all these kids are telling me that they're doing at cons.
You're just saying all the things I've said to you and I trip-sitted for you.
All right.
Don't go outside, the trees will eat you. They will? Yes, they're staying inside now.
Someone told me they experienced ego death outside the rave under the bridge at Anthrocon. Okay? I'm old. I've apparently been doing this wrong.
Apparently. And you know, it's not even the first time I've experienced this. I don't want to say the name of the convention. I was at a convention on the other coast. And during the panel, I'm doing Who's Line, and a very good friend of mine pulls me off. He's like, hey, I'm tripping really hard. Can I just sit in the corner? I'm like, yeah, dude, don't worry about it. So they went in the corner of the room. There was no curtain. There was nothing blocking them. My friend just curled up into a ball in the corner of the room during Whose Line Is It Anyway and went to sleep. So I didn't know how to take that. Like, is this panel that boring or that quiet that you can do that? But that wasn't enough for them, you see, because as I was doing the panel, every once in a while I'd look over to check on them, and the pile was growing. So everyone in the room that was way too high slowly realized, like, oh, that's the quiet corner, with Alkali screaming through a microphone. So by the time the panel was over, there are 6 men laying in the corner of Whose Line Is It Anyway? And I couldn't resist. I said, all right, it's time for family portrait. Not one of them moved throughout the entire game. The family did a great job, though.
Another way I know I'm old, and Alkali and I will, ever since the pandemic kind of lightened up a bit, we'll go out to see a movie, because we're a big fan of movies. And every once in a while, you just want to see a film on the big screen as it was intended. So we go out, and I don't see many movies anymore. So I'm noticing something. There's a movie about a soldier going across the street, or going across country, with their canine companion. What's the movie called? Dog. There's a movie about a situation in an aircraft, and something happens. What's that movie called? Plane. All these one. Back in my day, we actually had long, just weird. I can't believe it. One of the movies nominated for Best Picture is literally called Women Talking. It is just right on the boldface what it is, right away.
There was Jaws back then.
There is Jaws, but even those are inside the mouth. You have to make that extra leap. It's not called Shark.
That's true.
Not
You think,
big
you think there was a meeting one day, they're like, so what's your movie about? Everything.
Everywhere.
Oh yeah? Where does it take place?
Everywhere.
And when does this happen?
All at once.
That's the movie!
But back in my day, they would have titles. Sharknado. That was right away, right? God damn it, yes.
There's more one where, okay, what's rubber?
Tire.
None of you said anything about condoms. I'm sure the movie's fine.
It's a tire that murders PTs. You want condoms? I have 100 of them.
No, what? No, what? No, the last time somebody brought a box of condoms to one of my panels was Rainforest. They blew them up, used them as balloons, and the moment the panel was over, they went, that was great, and left. So I dealt with security going, what the hell did you run? And is everyone pregnant? Because these condoms are broken.
Just back when we were growing up, like all the Oscar titles were obscure, like An Angel Pissed on My Face in New York. Ah.
What Oscars did you watch?
The good ones.
Oh, fair enough.
It was
The
like
adult Oscars.
Robert, it's like Roger Ebert said, oh, it was like a golden shower of filmmaking. I'm telling you, this is what we grew up with.
You are now allowed to
Do your
review
research.
all movies.
Come on.
Oh my God. Pandez, what have you been up to that doesn't involve golden showers? Oh God, it's going to involve
Hey.
golden showers, isn't it?
Funny story.
Hey!
For those of you who are at the incredibly short opening ceremonies, I did a little bit of a skit. They rejected my song. I took the golden shower. They wouldn't let me sing that one. So.
Hold on. Do you have the lyrics?
No.
Can you make them up?
No.
Yeah.
No. But you know, I've had a lot more free time recently than I've had in the past couple years, and I thought, well, okay, maybe I could do something useful with it. Maybe, you know, learn a new language, become more fluent. You know, like enchanté, ménage à trois,
Oh!
omelette du fromage.
There you go. This way. We'll be back in 15 minutes. Yeah, 15.
I'll get the condom.
In 15 minutes.
That's not how you make deviled eggs. Actually, it could be. Watch the next Cooking with Alkali. It's gonna get weird.
But instead, no, I've been watching hundreds of hours of YouTube videos. I have watched so much YouTube, I've confused the algorithm. All it wants to show me now, I don't know why. I log in and it's like 80 videos of chores. Like, we're going to power wash this back patio. 87 minutes later, aha, it's clean. This is shit I would avoid when I was a teenager. Why would I want to watch this? Oh, we're gonna power mow this lawn. That's the thing I had to do every Saturday morning before I had a hot date, which of course means me and my male platonic friends having a Magic the Gathering tournament. But
Tap that island.
But I don't understand. Like, it's like an hour-long video of chores and they're getting millions of views and I don't get it. Like, if they had, you know how music has producers? Like, they could take like a song you would hear at the Renaissance Fair, right? Like, are you going to Scarborough Fair? And they'll bring like a hip-hop artist and they'll drop in a beat and all of a sudden it's like, are you going, are you going, yeah. Are you going, are you going, If they had that, thank you. If they had that for like YouTube videos, like okay, we're gonna do a video about unclogging a street drain. Picture it. The house in the rain. It's not dark, but it's gloomy out. The camera starts zooming in towards the house. Suddenly the door is kicked off its hinges. Wha-bam! It goes flying and lands on the front lawn, slightly askew. The camera pans back and there's a man in the doorway in a superhero pose. He's wearing boots, not knee-high, not thigh-high, groin-high boots. And not the sexy leather kind you find on other websites. Groin-high galoshes. And he stands there and he's got like that David Caruso moment where he's like, it's more humid out here than the tropical exhibit at the zoo. I might have to snake some drains. Yeah! And then we transition to the flooded street, which, as you know, is by anything but a goddamn center screen wipe.
Thank you.
For those of you who don't know that story, by this man, Tequila, he will tell you about...
You don't necessarily need to buy me if you start your closing ceremonies a minute later, I'm like, I got the stage, here we go. Let's make fun of Des for the next 5 minutes.
But, like, okay, so you get out there and the guy whips a rake off his back like it's Donatello. And then he's like, I don't know how to produce the rest of the video because it's 87 minutes of scrape, scrape, scrape. Scrape, scrape, scrape.
But then it makes the
And I'm watching this. I'm eating snacks like, and I don't know how to make it better. Like, it's coming back. It's coming back. I got this.
Here, I'll distract you. Every second it's going lower. Think faster.
No, don't try to distract me. This will make it worse.
Distracting!
Stop it.
This is so distracting!
No, but budget
Sometimes distractions work.
happens. Sometimes distractions do the opposite of working.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes.
Okay, then hold on. This is less distracting for you and more fun for me.
This is what ADHD is like.
This is what, getting kicked in the ass repeatedly is what ADHD.
Yes.
Way too many of you yelled yes at me.
But then finally, right? So finally, they get the drain clear. 87 minutes later, they finally clear the drain. You get the whirlpool going and the water's going down faster than me after this panel tonight.
God damn it.
If you have the audio turned up, it sounds like me at an all-you-can-eat Asian buffet. You will not get that audio out of your head, ever. You won't.
Especially
By the way,
if you go with them to an Asian buffet.
I was told by an Asian friend of mine that the slurping is a sign of respect and thanks for the meal. However, I was told that is not always true by the assistant manager at Olive Garden. Secondly, if you eat fettuccine Alfredo like that, and you wear a black shirt, you will leave the restaurant looking like either a Jackson Pollock painting, or me after this panel later tonight.
Well done.
That's yours.
I do know exactly because I've watched those videos before. I like the gentleman that cleans carpets, destroyed rugs. Okay, way too many of you know what that is. I found it one night on my YouTube puke, and I was just like, this looks like something I could go to sleep to. 4 videos later, like, this is a horrible idea to go to sleep to. I want to see the design. And that's when I started noticing all those stupid video games right now. You guys ever see Power Wash Simulator? We were visiting a friend, and their mate, to wake up every morning, played Power Wash Simulator. And every morning it would be the same. They're like, hey, we're going to go outside and smoke and make breakfast. Do you want to do anything? He's like, yeah, after I'm done with this. And our friend's like, that will take you 4 hours. That is an entire fire truck. And I kind of find this amusing because I play city builders. I've never really played just a wash your car game, but okay. And then, that afternoon, karma caught up with him. Because our buddy went, hey, good news. They just delivered the power washer so we can finally do the driveway. And his mate says, I've been doing that all day. I couldn't possibly do it today. To me, that was one of the funniest things in the world and a true show of karma. If you spend your whole morning wasting it away, virtually cleaning something, and then it comes time to clean, and you're like, woo, no more of that today. And Dan, you know all about karma.
Yes.
Yes, you do.
I had a recent interaction with karma where normally I would not tell this story, but recent events have happened, so fuck it. I'll explain later. You'll understand soon. As far as like, I would not have told this story otherwise. So years ago, me and Alcly and some friends, we were playing one of those card games where it's a prompt and you have to make something up, right? And so the prompt was, Alcly said, make the worst superhero. I just say, sex dog. Is sex dog? Like, yeah, sex dog. He's got a cape on, and all I can say is, I want to fuck you. Like, no, you told me the worst superhero. This is just, you married me.
That is the worst superhero. You've got me there.
So, of course, we're like, oh, God, that's terrible. And we kept riffing with it, of course.
Oh, yeah, no, this didn't stop.
God.
This wasn't a night. This wasn't an evening. This was weeks of wandering around the house. I'd be sitting in the restroom, and all of a sudden I'd hear at the door. Yeah? No sex dog!
No sex dog!
No sex dog! And now our roommates are around.
So now we're just like, oh, fucking sex dog, no. And then like, I eventually like, I was like, sex dog, are you just saying that and you just know how to say that, or are you actually sentient? Yes. What? I want to fuck you. God damn it. So of course, that's the sin I made upon the world. Fast forward to recent events. I'm at a FurCon, I'm having a good time. I'm at the dance. It's really nice, it's the after hours dance. Really hot guy is dancing, and he starts approaching me, he's dancing. He's like fucking ripped, he's got his frickin' six-pack showing. He's wearing a purple putt hood, and comes up and dances, goes, woof, woof, I want to fuck you. And I'm like, sex dog, is that you? I don't believe in God, but I tell you what, if I were, that would be the perfect fucking trick to pull. That's the shit I would do if I had other powers. Like, yeah, bring that shit back. Make it a callback in real life.
I love that that's what you would do if you had powers.
Yes.
You realize, my friends have told me the reason magic doesn't exist in this world is because I would definitely be into it enough that I'd get to 3rd level spells, and while I'm driving around Chicago, I will fireball all of your asses. Use a turn signal. It's there, it's by your pinky. If you turn enough, it resets on itself. Why is it necessary to wait for me to accelerate my car and for you to go, no, that's where I want it to be. Are you moving in? That's where I want it to be. Because eventually, I will be driving in a caravan with my friends. And eventually, you will start fucking around again. And my friends all know the drill. Because eventually, I will get in front of you. I will go 40, and they will go to your right and behind you, and we will slow down until you are freaking the hell out because you are surrounded by 3 cars with stickers of a very curious nature on them, slowly slowing down over the course of 2 miles. And then we will all honk and drive off into the distance, knowing that you probably shit yourself. Stop driving like assholes. I like the cheers, and then the one person, too late. How late is it? Is your car a cube, possibly oblong, maybe just on fire?
Try and try.
Do I know where my car...
How late is it?
Okay, fair enough. I don't know where my car is, but that's a drug problem, not a driving problem. I watched this one last night. So we finished off our night, and right as we're about to go inside, I remember, Zan, you still have chicken wings in the car. They did not respond to me. It was raining out. They threw up their hood and wandered into the night until Pepper looked at me and went, they went that way. I'm like, yeah. He goes, they parked over there. Awesome! And we watched the Cobalt's head pop above the cars in the parking lot, look around, go back down. 2 minutes later, they pop back up. Now they're smoking something. We don't know where they got it from. They pop back down. We haven't seen them in 5 minutes. Now, like, should we go inside? They know where we're going. Like, I don't want to miss the end of this story.
Look, you find things on your quest. It was like, it's dangerous to go alone. Take this.
Did you find parking lot OG because you popped up with a joint in your mouth?
Yeah!
You're not allowed to just find those. Sharing is caring.
It's like Metal Gear. Smoking it helps in some way, and we'll make it up somehow.
Smoking helps in some way.
Yeah. You could smoke and you could see the lasers. I'm sure I was looking for lasers.
You know what? I don't doubt that you were looking for lasers. You did start skipping at one point.
What? It was a good adventure. I found the car, eventually.
You did find the car eventually. They wandered back to us with chicken in their hands, and all of us were cheering and yelling. And then they opened up the chicken like, no, that's for the room! They had already eaten half of it.
Yeah.
They needed energy to find their way home.
You were 5 minutes away from sending the search party out, I know.
Yeah, we had organized a search party. Anytime we send Zan to do something, we have a contingent of a search party. And the contingent to that search party is another search party. Because if I go out, I'm going to get drunk and I'm not coming back.
That's a mode.
And as I need to know.
Yes.
I need to know.
Yes.
Have you read any good books lately?
No. I told you like 2 minutes ago. I've been watching YouTube.
God damn it!
So much YouTube. So one of my favorite. Who here is familiar? Epic rap battles of history. I think that might be the whitest that channel name has ever been pronounced.
Yes.
We gotta do it right?
Sounds like he's choking on his tongue when he says that. I love
It does, kind of. I might be working. It's not ready yet. I might be working. Uncle Kage versus Boozy Badger.
Yes!
I will either have the two of them battling it out, or Alkali and I will be battling it out as Alkali, or as Kage and Boozy.
Hi,
I have not
guys.
figured that out yet.
Pandas,
Yes?
they can hear you.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Boozy's gonna kill it.
But I love epic rap battles. If you're not familiar, if there's anyone in the crowd, they take 2 characters from history and have them have a rap battle. Which, the great thing about epic rap battles of history is everything they do makes absolutely no sense and simultaneously makes perfect sense. Case in point, Bill Nye the Science Guy versus Isaac Newton.
Yes.
2 scientists battling it out. It makes sense. But also, Isaac Newton and Bill Nye having a rap battle makes absolutely no sense. This is the kind of thing that works. Lately, they've kind of been doing some things that just don't work, though. They had one, Wonder Woman, one of the greatest heroines in the DC universe, power on par with Superman, against Stevie Wonder, the singer. Because they both have wonder in their name.
What?
That makes no sense. The only thing these two have in common is that neither of them have ever seen her plane. For different reasons. That just doesn't... If I think of Stevie Wonder coming into a battle, I also don't think of him rapping. I think of him coming out with, like, you know, I just called to say you're basic. Like, something like that, you know? Ebony and ivory, I will beat you with both till, like me, you can't see. Like, that kind of thing.
Nice.
Holy shit, that's great.
But it doesn't make sense. What next? It's Superman versus a building superintendent. What? Just because he was in the Super Friends and he was the super on Friends, that doesn't make any sense. It's Aquaman versus the band Aqua. No. You know?
I would watch all of these.
But it doesn't make any sense. Like, you can't just match people up because they have the same name. You're gonna match people up because they have the same color outfits or something. You're gonna have, like, oh, I don't know, the Black Power Ranger versus Wesley Snipes. No! That doesn't work. The White Power Ranger versus the White Diamond. You're not gonna match those two up. I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't do anything.
Oh my God,
You can't just match people up like that. You're not gonna match up the Yellow Power Ranger versus a guy with jaundice. That doesn't work. She's a teenager with magic powers from Zordon, and he's a dude in liver failure. She needs to get to class, he needs to get to a hospital. This is not a rap battle. But there are a couple that I think could work.
Oh.
But I might need some help with you on this.
Okay.
Or from you on this. Can I borrow your microphone?
Yeah.
Is that picking it up? You gotta put the mic, like the speaker right on the mic. There we go. All right. Are you ready? Epic rap battles of history. The Green Power Ranger versus Seth Green. What's up, Tommy? Why's you acting so stuffy? I cut my acting chops on a show called Buffy. You leave and come back, turn up like a bad penny. I started Robot Chicken and won 3 Emmys. The Red Power Ranger versus Red from That 70s Show. What the hell is this? It's got me perplexed. Who would ever like you or your stupid T-Rex? You're just a punk kid. Get back to class. It's morphin' time is lame. Try my catchphrase, dumbass. I need a sip of water before the last one. Are you ready? Ryan Reynolds, Green Lantern versus Kermit the Frog. Everyone knows it's not easy being green, but for you, it's because no one wants you on their team. I was on the Muppets. MC was my task. You had to leave DC and put on a Deadpool mask.
God damn it. God, give it up for Stan, God. That was fantastic, Des. I love it.
Thank you.
So when are you going to start your own YouTube channel?
I kind of already have, and nobody watches it, so I may have to redo the YouTube channel.
Relaunch.
Relaunch. It's a relaunch.
Well, I love that Alcly earlier called it, I looked at my YouTube puke, and I'm like, yeah, that's pretty accurate.
It's very
You
accurate.
met your stream, but you're like, bruh, content.
You know what I watch. When you look at like Zan's YouTube channel, there's all these like really insightful documentaries and all of this really good information to get you through everyday life. My entire YouTube channel is nothing but long format snooker tournaments that last for 8 hours at a time and just nonsense about city skylines that sometimes they'll put on and go, why don't you just run for mayor? And I keep telling them because they won't let me burn down the McDonald's, which is at an inopportune angle. If I were building that city, you'd be able to drive right through, go through the drive-through, get back on the street, and enjoy your day. No, they're doing it wrong. No turn on red. No turn on red. Why? Who here has said in a no turn on red? You're wrong, just go through. There's a turn on red. You know who did it? You. Turn on red. Things like that drive me crazy, and that's why I love my city skylines. And then this one comes out and watches me play, and 10 minutes later, they just go, Alkali, the recording of this makes you the poster child for OCD, as I am changing the angle on my off-ramp by 2 degrees. It's fine! It's fine! God! Damn it, it's fine! Now they're playing Rocket League. Thank you. Thank you for chilling with me. I always appreciate it. It's been a journey.
It has been a journey.
You've been on a journey.
I have. So I've been through transition recently. And it's funny, before I started going through all this, and everyone's like, oh my God, I'm so excited for your journey. Good luck on your journey. And I didn't know what they're talking about. I understand what they mean now. Because when you go through transition, there are so many goddamn fetch quests. You have to go to a fucking magical wizard doctor and be like, oh, answer me these 3 questions, and I'll give you these 3 questions. And these. Wow, I need sleep. Anyway,
No sleep allowed.
you have to go to the gender doctor, ask her awkward questions. They're like, why do you want to get bottom surgery? I'm just like, wind resistance? Zippers made me really anxious, I just wanted to get rid of that factor. That's, I swim, just want to knock off another second, So, you have to deal with shit like that. Then, another reason it's like a journey is because, you don't know if you're having a random encounter when you go to the bathroom. So, what? I'll go to the bathroom and I'll hear the fucking Final Fantasy music. I don't know. It's like when we get out of your town and you go out in the map, like, oh shit. Hope anything doesn't go down. It's like Schrodinger's toilet. Anyway. What? I don't know if I have to go in there and have to get maced by a Karen or something.
Maced by a Karen?
Yeah. Or they mace the worst call spell. The cops.
You need to stop playing Final Fantasy.
I know! Well, it's been a journey, so... Anyway, what the fuck was this about? I don't even know. Oh, yeah. So, fast forward, and everyone's like, oh God, and I got my bottom surgery, it was wonderful. And I'm in recovery. So, they sometimes forget to tell you certain things that you're not going to expect. So, I'm like, okay, we're going to take out the packing now. So I'm leaning back, they have a bunch of doctors against the wall, they're all wearing masks, they're all like this. It's very odd. 1 steps forward. Okay, that will go on your chart. Yeah, sure, buddy. So then we're like, all right, we're going to take out the packing. You ready? Yeah, sure. They didn't tell me it was 1 long string, so it just looked like a magician doing the flag trick. And in my brain, I'm just hearing, I just, don't fucking laugh. At the end, there's just gonna be, oh, is this your card? It's a king. Oh, now it's a queen. Oh, I see what you did there. Oh. What a card. Now, and there's still fun parts about it, I'll be sitting around, I'll be dilating. They'll walk in the room, hey, Alkali. Trans tricks, and I'll just shoot my dilator across the room.
That's not a joke. This is how we live our lives. Zan is the master of dropping things in our house. It is something that we've dealt with. Their robe, for years, the lining on the pocket had become ripped. So every morning at 6 a.m. was the same thing. Robe on, cell phone into pocket. Every morning for months until my downstairs roommate said, "Could that please stop?" Like, oh, I never even thought of that. Yeah, that's waking you guys up. So we repaired the pocket. And I'm walking into the house one day, Zan is in the living room, and I hear that same sound. Like, "Zan, did you drop your phone?" They go, "No, I stood up and forgot I had a dilator in." Is this the new sound, Zan?
What?
Is this the sound that I know that Zan's home? Just kerthunk. Ah, the dragon is here. And they're using something with a suction cup on it today.
You're fired. Anyway.
Well, it is weird. Since the transition, a lot of things changed throughout the transition. It's not a different person. They will always and have always been my mate. But there's little subtleties that I was not ready for. I was not expecting. Their new sense of smell, for instance. That was new. Didn't know about that one. Did not know about that one, because years ago, some of you might even know this story. Years ago, we went to a comedy club. The comedy club had a drink minimum. That drink minimum made me blush. That was so much alcohol. So to save money, we got pitchers of beer and forgot to eat. So Zan had beer for dinner. And that night, we went home, we laid down in bed, and I shit you not, I thought something was under the covers, because when they farted, it moved the whole comforter just a little bit. I'm like, the possum is here. And then, as that hit, I ran from the room and opened a lot of windows.
Yeah, he is super hard to wake up. Like, normally he's just like, he just bolted up, like, sat up like the Undertaker and was just like, "Did you shit the bed?"
So, I've always had that one. I've always had that one. And then they went through their transition. They were out all day. I had enjoyed myself with, you know how when you're fat and high, food becomes more like an obstacle course than a meal? So I had made a frozen pizza, I had made chorizo, and I had made mac and cheese, and then realized I didn't have any plates. So I needed something flat, round, and circular to put...
I'm right here.
So I took the mac and cheese and dumped it onto the pizza. I took the chorizo and put it on the top of the mac and cheese. My roommates came up, like, "How high are you?" And I said, "Thursday." I went to bed. Zan came home. Now, I was not awake for this part, but apparently my response to them walking into the room and saying, "Hey," was... Now, I don't really like toilet humor. I use it because it is funny, but that wasn't funny. That wasn't funny at all. What was funny was them stopping in the middle of the room, like, huh? Running out of the room and vomiting into the toilet that shares a wall with the... And that's how I woke up. I come to consciousness knowing that I've just passed gas and hearing my mate vomiting profusely in the next room. I got up, I went to the bathroom and said, "Are you okay?" And they said, "Fuck yeah!" Wasn't ready for that one. Doctors didn't warn me about that one.
And then people would be obviously like, "Oh, this is transition, your smell getting more sharp." I'm like, yes?
Well, the emotions too.
Monkey's paw.
Monkey's paw. I fucking love the monkey's paw.
Anyway.
The emotions, I mean, that's something that we weren't ready for. We knew was going to happen. But again, I've been homosexual my whole life. I've never actually dated a woman. And I wasn't ready for that slight change in emotions to the point where one day they weren't having a great day. And I could tell. And they were definitely trying to bottle it in. Because, sometimes you don't want to bother your mate with that. We were both a little stressed out. And that night, we're laying in bed. And just looking at me like, "Hey, are you okay?" And they said, "What?"
Not now.
Yep. By asking them if they were okay, I spiraled them fully out of control, went to the bathroom and came back and had the line, so Zan, you're okay? They're like, yeah. Like, all right, your pillow is soaking wet. They looked at me and went, you made me cry. Like, what? Like, you asked me if I was gonna, that's what makes you cry? They went, apparently.
I just got over that hill, and you're like, ah, no, bring it back down.
Bring it right back down, baby. This is true love.
It's okay.
This is just how we live. We constantly either crack each other up or make each other cry, which is kind of how it works when we're talking, too.
It does. It's so weird.
There's no serious conversation. We're like, all right, we need to talk about conventions. Are you ready? Okay, ready? Go. Poop.
Oh, like, so yesterday when we were walking out onto the grass, we were walking out after the evacuation, and I had just done my little bit for opening ceremonies, and I look up at him and he's like, oh, we gotta get out there, we should, we'll keep an eye on everyone. And I just look at him and I go, oompa, loompa, doopity dum, please evacuate, there could be a... He's like, stop! Oompa, loompa, doopity dial, leave the room in single file. Stop it! I was doing that for like 20 minutes where he's like, I love you / hate you.
I'm sorry, do you remember IFC, the incident year?
I hate that I have to say that. Which one?
Yeah, okay, valid point. The one that you shouldn't remember. Pandez was having a rough convention. Our friends told me. They went into operations, and I had found out that somebody I knew at the con had a case of hard cinnamon cider, one of their absolute favorites. And we set up a physical wall in the back of operations that we called Mount Sadness. And you could only come back if you were depressed. A lot of people joined us. It was awkward, but kind of fun. And we sat there and just started drinking and drinking and drinking until our director of operations popped their head past Mount Sadness and went, you guys are 5 minutes late to a panel. And we went, yay! Ran to the wrong panel room, ran first FurCon again for no good reason, stopped after 30 minutes and did the real panel. And that's why I love you. The stories we create together are basically crimes.
They are. I remember there was another time, once again at IFC, we're sitting in operations. We're just sitting there, we're just and somebody had brought cupcakes. And so I just start very slowly,
Sensually even.
peeling open the cupcake. And Alkali turns to talk to someone for just a second. Then he looks back at me, and I no longer have a cupcake in my hand. He goes, Des, you okay? And I look up. Cupcake! The entire cupcake in my mouth. He falls off the chair laughing. You were not ready for that.
Cupcake will always be one of my favorites.
Cupcake.
Just yeah, that's
This crumb.
I've never one shot at a cupcake. I was impressed. That was good.
I mean, they weren't like Costco cupcakes or anything. They were little dainty ones, but they were delicious.
Well, I actually have I don't know how to transition like you. That's really good.
Anyway,
Center screen wipe.
If I knew what it was, I'd transition for you. I don't know that
Oh,
side.
we got a lot of fun adventures on the road, actually.
Oh, go
Yeah,
for it.
like you mentioned at cons and whatnot. We've been trying to do a lot of cons. And normally, I don't have too many stories about like crazy stuff that happens on the road. Save this one time where me and Alkali stopped by a rest stop. So it was a red state. There was a lot of camera around, so I went to the men's room. Anyway, so as I'm exiting the men's room, I overhear a conversation, one line. You ever hear one thing, you're just like, how did they get there? What are these people like? What just happened? As I'm exiting the bathroom, I hear these two guys at the urinal. This, of course, one guy there, like one guy two across, obviously friends. One guy goes to the other. Hey, Matt, you ever blow a load in one of these ding-dongs? Nah. And that was it. And I'm like, okay, first of all, he called the urinals ding-dongs, I think? Unless they had hostess nearby or like there's a factory. I couldn't see what they were doing. And obviously, this is not Matt's first rodeo. He answered immediately. So this guy's like, hey Matt, you ever blow a load in one of these wackadoos? Nah. Hey Matt, you ever blow a load in one of those flim-flams? Nah. It's like this is just all day for Matt. So yeah, it was just wonderful. I was like laughing. I was running to you.
Running through the parking lot of a rest stop, giggling like an idiot and kind of skipping towards the car.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, they have bathroom stories.
Yeah.
Which is a thought I have far too often with you.
And you, of course, you got me this beautiful Chicago-style long black coat, and I have eye problems, so I'm wearing sunglasses. So I look like the Matrix, like... Get in the car, get in the car. Yeah,
we gotta go.
Yeah, exactly.
No, we have been traveling an exuberant amount lately to actually, we've been doing conventions all over the country. It has been such a wonderful experience. And I love road trips. I've been doing road trips for most of my life. These are just beyond. We got a van, it's very comfortable, but when it comes down to it, no one should be in a car for more than 15 hours, because as Zan stated it perfectly at the 10-hour mark, going out to Washington, D.C., I'm really sorry, Alkali. I want to talk to you, but I cannot think of anything to speak of. And then just stared out the window for 20 minutes until I realized, oh, they're waiting for me to respond. It has been over 10 hours. I have no response for you. They went K and turned up the radio. Like, all right.
It was either you or the mountain was going to answer me. I don't know.
Either way. But it's beautiful. It's so beautiful traveling throughout the country and seeing all these things. Significantly less beautiful when Zan has to drive. Because my body always knows. It knows that I enjoy a little bit of fear. I've always wanted to do skydiving. I've always wanted to do bungee jumping. Little things like that. It really gets me going. I think it's so cool. So I think my body knows if we're about to approach mountains or like nearly impassable terrain, it's like, no, you're tired. Let them drive. This will be hysterical. So last time, going through the Appalachian Mountains, there's Zan at the wheel of a 2-ton truck. Just driving around, going like, oh man, what beautiful scenery, Zan Road, right. Oh wow, look at that over there, Zan Road, right. Hey, that mountain's really cool, Zan Road, we'll be going up this mountain in a minute, wee. Zan's actually a very good driver. They're a very defensive driver, which I appreciated, because a while ago, we got trapped in New Mexico. Now, I don't mean we got trapped in New Mexico, we went to a hotel and got snowed in. No, we were on their highway. And you know what New Mexico does not have? Snow. You know what they got? Ice. We were on their highway and got to witness the start of the storm. Everyone was driving, everyone was going about 80 miles an hour, and all of a sudden, everything started to slow down to a slow halt, a standstill, and full gridlock. Cars are going around the traffic onto both shoulders because we haven't moved in so long, they think they're getting an advantage. All they did was stop every single service vehicle from making it through this impasse, and this was at 8 o'clock at night. We're sitting there, now it's 9, it's 10, it's 11, now incidents are starting to happen. People have been in the cars for 3 hours. We have a van. We have a spot in the back that we can go lay down in. We have a spot in the back if somebody needs to use the restroom and has access to a red Solo cup, they can complain the whole time while screaming at the top of their lungs that they are peeing in a car, and then take their time to get out of the car to throw it out. You do it, and you get out of the car immediately. You shouldn't be juggling your piss in the back. You're like, I need my shoes.
I like watching you sweat.
At this point of the night, it is 1 in the morning. The other cars, we are now forming little tribes. We have a trucker in our tribe who's getting the news and is telling us, we're not moving until the sun comes up. They don't have a way to deal with this. They don't know what to do when their highway ice is over. I'm like, what are you talking about? Well, here's the list of what happened from 8 to 9. And all it was horrific traffic accidents ending in one that shut down the highway. So obviously the cops went, we're leaving this here. It is safer right here to stop these morons from moving. And we sat in the car from 8 p.m. until the sun came up the next morning. Traffic slowly started to move, but the ice was still there. It was starting to melt, the sun was out, but I needed Zan to drive. I'd been up all night. I don't do well on ice. I don't do well in a car that's sliding. But Zan just let me know, Alkaline, this is the only way, and drove the van at a 30-degree angle because that was the only way we could get it to move forward. No car anywhere near us on this highway. All of them seeing the struggle which is our lives.
I'm horrified right now, but in my brain I'm just like, Red Racer.
We finally get off the highway. We go to a hotel. We've been up all night. And the first hotel we go to is like, oh, you were caught in that accident? Yeah, everyone had the same idea with you. We just sold our last room. We're like, oh no. So we beeline it. Like, we got to get like 4 or 5 hotels in front of the wave of stupid. And we find a hotel with 1 room left. 1 room. It was so nice. We check in. We go upstairs. Slept for 2 hours. This one woke us like, all right, I'm ready to go again. I'm like, I'm sleeping in the van. Laid down and back, rolled over, and saw exactly what I wanted to see. A red Solo cup. Ladies and gentlemen, both and neither, in 5 minutes we are going to be in here doing the charity Who's Line event. Before we go, Pandaz, where can they find you?
On Twitter as @PandazPanda, and on Twitch, which I'm going to try and start doing some more streaming if my computer actually starts working.
Okay. Zanny, where can they find you?
You can find me on Alkaline on Twitch under Alkaline Zanny, all one word, and you can find us on the dealers with t-shirts and some stuff of our comedy. So, yeah.
Thank you so much for being here. In less than 5 minutes, charity Who's Line. Remember, if you can give, and if you can't, don't worry about it. We're furries. We're going to take care of those animals. Enjoy the rest of your con, and good night!
Bye.
Silver Gattoman, he bought me a coffee. Silver Gattoman, here is the song for thee. He likes to video all the panels at the cons. You should go and watch them whether they are short or long. Silver Gattoman, you video that's not a jibe. All of you go to his YouTube channel and like and subscribe.